What's happening? JayShockblast here. Check it out. Got to play this game yesterday thanks to Ubisoft. Let's look at the intro.
Phoenix, fighting with all her might, had nearly reached Olympus on her quest to defeat Typhon, the dreaded god destroyer. But first, she would have to plunge into the Forgelands. Once home to Hephaestus, god of fire, hammer, anvil, and forge, these were now godless lands. Scorched, laid to waste. What was not dead was dying. Chaos reigned. For here, monsters roamed free.
Can you not tell this story like I wasn't just there?
Zeus.
I was literally just there 2 weeks ago, and even if I wasn't, though I was, I'd be listening to your story for days.
It's called dramatic effect.
It's called Where's My Skip Button?
Fine. Cue title.
Ubisoft Quebec presents the video game formerly known as Gods and Monsters.
It is actually pronounced Ubisoft.
The French.
So I thought that little intro is pretty cool, and I love the interactions that we experience throughout the game between Zeus and Prometheus. And like they said, a big thank you to Ubisoft, or Ubisoft in French. They gave me the opportunity to check out Immortals Fenyx Rising, the game formerly known as Gods and Monsters. Now, I saw this, I want to say like a year or two ago when they unveiled it at E3, and I was instantly interested. This is a really cool game. I thought it was going to be a lot of fun. It's based on Greek mythology, which I love, and also the same team that made Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which very well might be my favorite Assassin's Creed game because Greek mythology. And I had the opportunity to play this. This is a virtual gaming experience because of the times we were in. I was basically playing virtually over the internet on a console somewhere else in the US or Canada. I'm not really sure. And it's really cool how the technology works, but keep in mind this is a work in progress version of the game. It is coming December 3rd, 2020. It is coming to the Xbox platform, the PlayStation platform, Nintendo Switch, PC, and Google Stadia. So you'll be able to play this on basically anything that you play video games on, I guess maybe except your phone, but maybe your phone, I don't know. So yeah, all this Greek mythology, I love it, man. I'm not a pro, okay? This is literally right here what you're seeing. Some of the first minutes I even got to play the game, and right out of the box, we are in a section of the map that is ruled by the god Hephaestus, I believe. And this is where we need to turn the forge on that you see in the background, or investigate the forge. So apparently, from what I'm told, this is a little bit into the game. So we've unlocked all the different abilities and weapons and stuff like that. There's an axe, there's a sword, there's a bow and arrow, and I'm just trying to figure it all out. I am certainly not a pro gamer. I do like to have a lot of fun though, and I was able to pick up on this pretty quick. The flight, which is more of a glide, which I think are Ares wings. I'm not really great with my gods right now, but everything that you have at your disposal for your character Phoenix is a weapon or something from the gods themselves, and I loved it. What I'm gonna do is you're gonna see me bounce around a little bit. I got to play the game for about 3 hours, and there's a lot of stuff right here. I jumped down into a puzzle section, and there are lots of puzzles like this throughout the world, and they are going to be varying levels of difficulty. There was one of them that I got to jump into that I'm actually going to post in a different video that took me about 45 minutes to get through, and it was pretty crazy. Now, I'm not the best platformer either. You know, again, I just like to have fun playing video games, showing you how to do it. But like this is, I'm just kind of messing around. But yeah, I kind of skip to the end. You go through and you do all of this this puzzle work, and it leads you to this where you can get your upgrades. So this is how you're going to upgrade your character. There's a skill tree. There's all sorts of different weapon upgrades. I'm still a little unsure of myself at this point. So, and I was so proud of myself for getting to the end. I do a little circle dance here. But yeah, you unlock this chest, and just like that, she's got an upgrade. Now the skill tree wasn't available to me at the time when I was playing, but it looked really good. It looks like it's gonna be pretty fun. So Zeus's lightning is acquired. And yeah, I ended up doing like 5 or 6 of these, and there's different styles as well. You basically can do the platformy stuff. There's some combat style stuff. These are different resources. You have to go to a well where you can make your different potions. Some of them will give you stamina. Some will give you a buff in your defense. I was not expecting that. Buff in your defense, a buff in your offense, health, all sorts of cool stuff. So I'm just trying to relight the forge, and I'm fighting all these huge monster enemies, and it's pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. I think right now I'm on normal. I did end up at one point bumping it down to easy, just because I would rather give you good gameplay than me struggling. And that's just the way it works. But again, keep in mind, if there are any kind of like frame drops or anything like that, it's a combination of a lot of things. Work in progress game, and I'm playing virtually. It's not on my console, it's on someone else's console. We're depending on the internet. And to be completely honest, I thought that was actually really cool how well it played, and I actually felt like they got the technology down even better now than when I got to do the same thing for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I cannot wait for either. I love this Greek mythology stuff. It's just really cool. One of my favorite bands of all time is a band called The Showdown, and they had an album called Backbreaker, and all of the songs were based on different Greek gods. And as I'm playing this, that was like the soundtrack playing in my head. But yeah, eventually I beat these bosses. I have to light all the different furnaces. There's little puzzles involved with that. The game really reminds me of like a Greek mythology version of Zelda in a lot of ways. I know there's probably your traditional Zelda player that's probably sitting and saying, no, it's not Zelda. But I don't know, like this is kind of what I think of when I think of Zelda. It's got that kind of cartoony look to it. And I think if you're into that type of game, this is definitely going to be right up your alley. Now I'm going to read the description they gave me on the press release. Immortals Fenyx Rising brings grand mythological adventure to life. Play as Phoenix, a new winged demigod on a quest to save the Greek gods and their home from a dark curse. Take on mythological beasts, master the legendary powers of the gods, and defeat Typhon, the deadliest titan in Greek mythology, in an epic fight for the ages. The fate of the world is at stake. You are the gods' last hope. Immortals Fenyx Rising is a fresh and witty take on the open-world action-adventure genre, featuring dynamic action, combat, and stories inspired by Greek mythology. Roam freely across a beautifully stylized world and use extraordinary abilities gifted by the gods against fearsome mythological monsters. Treacherous trials, heroic feats, and the very underworld itself awaits your bravery. Experience a tale for the ages of gods and monsters, and become the legend you were destined to be. Now this is the boss for the forge. There was a section above the forge where I got some new gear, so you can see my sword is like a fire-infused sword, which is kind of cool. All the different weapons that you can unlock, there's different skins, helmets, everything that you can unlock will have different perks and gear sets, which are really cool. I don't remember what these do, and I don't remember whether or not I showed you any of that. I'm pretty sure I do at some point after we beat this boss, but I just try to get as much different gameplay into this video, just to give you a good idea of what's going on. This is going to be shown by the time you're able to see this video, it will already have been shown during the Ubisoft Forward, which is set for September 10th of 2020. So you may have already seen a little bit about this, and now you found my video because you want to know more. And give you a little bit more info based on what they say. Wield the powers of the gods. The gods of Olympus have blessed you with gifts, the wings of Daedalus, I probably said that wrong, the sword of Achilles, the bow of Odysseus, and more, as well as legendary powers that will help turn the tides of battle. Use them to fight mythological monsters, solve ancient puzzles, and explore the vast open world. So here we've beaten this boss. It wasn't that complicated.
Through your help, Phoenix restored power to the Forge, as Hephaestus' workshop came roaring back to life.
Translation. Everyone can go home happy.
That's why. You are fools to think I was so easily conquered. Come, mortal, and face your real past. Me!
Wait! How much more of this story is there?
A lot. So send Hermes out for delivery, because we aren't going anywhere.
I love it. I didn't want to talk over that. Zeus has things to do, okay? Zeus is busy. He does not have time to watch me play this game. So, but that's what I love about this. Like, I had to cut out some of the dialogue, and it's just so great. So here you can see we have the helm of the Ethereal, and I think I got the gear. We've got the armor, plates of the Ethereal, and that gives you extra defense. Here's the Inferno sword. That's Achilles sword. This gives you a 10% stamina chunk. So look, everything has their different perks, and I love it. I mean, I wanted to use this gear set because it looked good together. I think at another point in the video, I end up unlocking the Inferno chest piece. I couldn't quite find the helmet in time. But yeah, man, like this is going to be something where you can just go around. Look at all these different sections of the map. Every section with a different god. And I'm just kind of like trying to figure out where I want to go next. A big, huge open world. Let's read some more. Confront mythological enemies. Face off against legendary beasts like Cyclops, Medusa, or Minotaur. And confront corrupted heroes such as Achilles. Take them on in fast-paced aerial and melee combat, combining your god-given abilities and weapons. Pretty cool. So I just fast travel back to here. I think, oh, at this point, actually, I'm later on in my gameplay, and we kind of got a little bit of a peek at the new kind of Inferno armor I unlocked. And I just wanted to kind of show off some of the gliding features right here. This is kind of like a fast travel spot that we unlock at some point in the game. But yeah, I was just trying to do as much as I could, you know, and I think right now we're just kind of gliding. While we glide, discover a beautifully rendered and vibrant fantasy world. Traverse, climb, or explore by air across 7 unique regions, each inspired by the gods. Use your wit and special abilities to solve challenging puzzles and mind-bending vaults, or partake in high-strategy boss battles to increase your power and upgrade your skills. So in each vault that I went to, there was also like a secondary chest that you could unlock a piece of gear. And I tell you, one of them, it took me 45 minutes to master. Maybe you'll get through it faster than me, but you know, this is pretty cool. Like, you do have to worry about your stamina bar. As you can see, mine's getting low and I have to upgrade it. There is like a potion building section, but a few of them actually. See, I can't climb because I need my stamina back. So yeah, like, I can't say enough. I really, really enjoyed playing this. Let's read a little bit more. Customize your character's appearance and discover new armor and gear inspired by Greek mythology. Gather materials across the world to craft powerful items and upgrade your gear in your quest to fulfill your destiny.
Be gone in flames! Witness my perfection.
So Typhon's rage, various actions in each region will attract his gaze. Phoenix draws too much attention, Typhon will unleash his rage. So that's what he's done here. And now I have to fight these cool... Odysseus is after me. His wraiths are trying to defeat me. And, yeah, there we go. Wraith of Odysseus. They're messing around. Like, they're after me. They do not like me. I am definitely upsetting them. I don't blame them. I'm pretty godly. Not quite. But I'm getting there. I mean, watching this back as just someone who's interested in the game, I'm like feeling really excited to get my hands on it again. I definitely feel very fortunate that they included me. So I know the video is going to wrap up here shortly as I go off to another puzzle section, and I do wish, yeah, this looks a little bit different. I do kind of wish that I was able to like see maybe other sections of the map to see how, you know, the biomes look. As you can see, I've got a horse. I'm gonna fight a few enemies and then we're gonna do a puzzle. But this really gives you a good idea of everything that you can expect with Immortals Fenyx Rising. We've got a little short description here at the end. Immortals Fenyx Rising brings grand mythological adventure to life. I think I actually read that. Okay, they just included it twice. I do all these in one take, by the way. Like, this is basically like me reacting to my own gameplay. Look at this. Oh, this dude just out of nowhere. The RKO. Now, I'm sure the combat increases and evolves as your character evolves.
The world trembles. You need me.
So the puzzles are kind of like at a high here. As you can see, you have to, there's challenging different ways to get into each pedestal that we need to unlock the different puzzle pieces. See, I don't really know what I'm doing here, obviously. Here you can see one of the abilities where you can kind of slow the arrow and guide it. Obviously, I need to get up there and get that. When I'm coming down here, I can see there's like a little sign up there, which leads me to believe I just need to shoot it with my arrow. And that is how I get those lasers down. At least one of them, anyway. Now, it's not like Assassin's Creed. You can basically climb up anything. You don't need specific ledges, but it does take your stamina. Now, I ended up solving this puzzle the opposite way. I couldn't tell, for whatever reason. I thought that he went on one side and she went on the other, but I got him reversed. So basically, the video is just going to play out with me trying to put this together. But I think I would love to know what everybody else thinks, having seen this gameplay. You know, keeping in mind that I'm certainly not the best ever. But I think you kind of get a good idea of what the game is going to be all about. I'm very excited for the game, and I hope you are too. And now I'm going to let you watch me ham-fist my way through the puzzle. And let me know what you guys think of Immortals Fenyx Rising. Again, this was once known as Gods and Monsters. And I think this is a much cooler, interesting name. I'm really looking forward to learning more about Fenyx herself. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you again, Ubisoft, and we'll see ya.
That crazy inventor at Hephaestus wonders why our relationship's complicated.
I mean, you and Hera did cast him from Mount Olympus first.
And he retaliates by sticking her ass to a throne? Ha! He thought he was forcing me to marry him to Aphrodite in order to get Hera out. Amateur hour.